enshrine abortion rights in the Constitution.
Macron wants to enshrine them in the Constitution by next year.
Like in other countries, the legalization of contraception, and in particular the birth control pill, really sparked major social change here in France. The pill became a symbol of sexual freedom for French women who became masters of their bodies and also their fertility.
Legislation has further stages before any definitive adoption. The initiative was...
Why suddenly? It's because of what's happening across the globe. Abortion rights are on the backslide. Nations are clamping down on women's rights.
Macron's recent commitment to enshrine a woman's right to abortion in the French Constitution by next year signifies a significant development in the long-standing debate surrounding abortion rights in France. Let's dive into detailed analysis. Chapter 1: Historical Context. Abortion in France was decriminalized in 1975 under a law that allowed women to terminate pregnancies under specific conditions. While this law marked significant progress in women's reproductive rights, it did not provide a constitutional guarantee for abortion rights. The absence of constitutional protection meant that these rights could be vulnerable to changes in political and legal landscapes. Chapter 2: Recent Events. The impetus for strengthening abortion rights in France came from the rollback of abortion rights in the United States. In the U.S., the Supreme Court's decision to overturn a 50-year-old ruling eliminated women's constitutional protections for abortion. This development served as a stark reminder of the potential vulnerability of reproductive rights, even in countries with a history of legal abortion. Chapter 3: President Macron's Commitment. President Macron's commitment to addressing this issue involves introducing a bill to enshrine the right to abortion in the French Constitution. He announced that this bill would be presented to the State Council, France's highest administrative body, in the upcoming week, with the goal of making abortion rights constitutional by the end of 2024. Chapter 4: The Amendment Process. Changing the French Constitution is a laborious process that typically requires either a referendum or the approval of at least 3/5 of members from both chambers of parliament in a Congress. To circumvent the need for a referendum, President Macron's government has chosen to present its own bill. This approach allows him to convene a special Congress of both houses, making the amendment process more achievable. Chapter 5: Content of the bill. The proposed bill aims to amend Article 34 of the French Constitution to include language that ensures the law determines the conditions by which is exercised the freedom of women to have recourse to an abortion, which is guaranteed. This amendment will provide a robust constitutional safeguard for women's access to abortion and reduce its susceptibility to political changes. Chapter 6: International Significance. France's commitment to enshrine abortion rights in its constitution is seen as a significant step in the global context. It is considered a strong symbol of support to countries where women's reproductive rights are under threat. France's dedication to safeguarding and expanding women's rights sends an encouraging message to women worldwide who are fighting for autonomy over their bodies. Chapter 7: Public Opinion and Statistics. A November 2022 opinion poll found that 89% of respondents in France were in favor of making abortion rights constitutional. According to government figures, 234,000 abortions were performed in France the previous year, emphasizing the significance of this issue to a substantial portion of the population. In conclusion, President Macron's promise to enshrine abortion rights in the French Constitution represents a pivotal step in securing and safeguarding women's reproductive rights in the country. It is a response to the global challenges facing these rights and sends a message of support to women both within and outside France who continue to fight for their autonomy over their bodies. While the process may be challenging, it underscores France's unwavering commitment to this critical issue, which holds profound significance for women's rights and reproductive autonomy.